Welcome to Behind the Logics, the repository of knowledge. From now on, we will be seeing some hands-on which will give you strong understanding on the fundamentals of programming. Python being the most simplest language for a beginner to start with, it is the right time to start learning the Python language because of its gaining popularity in the fields on data science, backend development, IoT, etc. Let's get started. Python is available on wide variety of platforms. We can install and use Python in our local machines with the help of command prompt or IDE. IDEs are nothing but integrated development environment. If you choose to work with Python long term, you really need a better tool. A good IDE contains a certain amount of intelligence. For example, the IDE can suggest alternatives when you type the incorrect keyword, or it can tell you that a certain line of code simply won't work as written. The more intelligence that an IDE contains, the less hard you have to work to write better code. Writing better code is essential because no one wants to spend hours looking for errors. Some commonly used IDEs include Jupyter Notebook or PyCharm. We can also use online tools to run Python. Commonly used one is Google Colab, and we use Google Colab throughout this tutorial. Colab allows anyone to write and execute Python code in the browser. You can even share a part of the code or the whole code with others. It is well suited for machine learning and data analysis. It has pre-installed libraries, and all your Colab notebooks are stored in your Google Drive, which can be accessed from any device with a simple Google login. The link for Google Colab will be shared in the description box too. Now, click on the sign in button and sign in with your Google account. As soon as you complete the sign in, you are ready to use the Google Colab. Now, click on New Notebook. A Python notebook will be created. Here, you can start writing your Python code. As in every language, let us start with Hello World. Let us print Hello World, and then we can click on the run icon to get the output. You can also run using Control and Enter. If you use Shift and Enter, it will run the current cell and create a new cell. Now we have got the output. Perfect. We can change the title on top, which will be saved in the Google Drive. So you can give it any name you want, as you can identify by searching in the Google Drive. To create a new cell, hover the mouse over the middle of the current cell and click on the plus code. You can use plus text button to add headings for the particular block. Now I am giving a heading for that code which I have executed now as first program. The text is just for a reference that we can give some name whichever we want. Let's now see about variables. Variables are containers for storing data. Python has no command for declaring a variable. As soon as a value is assigned to a variable, the variable is created. Variables should start with only alphabets or underscore, but it can contain alphabets, numbers, and underscore. Variable names are case sensitive. For example, lowercase var and uppercase var are different. We cannot use keywords as variable names. Keywords are some predefined and reserved words in Python that have special meanings. Keywords are used to define the syntax of the coding. Now we can type x is equal to 5 and print x. Now we can run the code. Yep, we got the output. Let's try another one as x is equal to behind the logics. and print x and run the code. And here is our output. That's all about variables. Now we can see about data types. Data types are classification of data items. Variables can store data of different data types. Python has the following built-in data types which comes under different categories: numeric, Boolean, sequence, set, and dictionary. We'll see examples for everything one by one. There are three data types in numeric: integer, float, complex. Integer is used to store numbers. Let us type x is equal to 5 and print x and run the command. Now we can type percentage whose. Percentage whose prints all the information about the variables like the data type and the value of the variable. Now let's type percentage whose and run the command. We have got the output like what is the variable, its type and its value, that is the data. So it will be easy this way to find the data type. Now let us create a new cell. Now we can see about the next data type in numeric, that is float. Float is nothing but it is used to store fractions with decimal point. So let us type x is equal to 5.4 and print x and run the code. So we got the output, and let's again do percentage whose and find the data type. Here we got the data type as float and the value of it as 5.4. Perfect. Now let's see the next data type in numeric, that is complex. It will be in x plus yj format. Let us give a value for x as 6 plus 4j and run the command. We got the output and we got the data type as complex. Now let us see about the next data type, Boolean. Boolean has true or false values. Likewise, in other languages, we have zeros and ones. Here we have true or false. The true and false should be written with caps T and caps F in Python. True and false are reserved keywords. Now let us type x is equal to true, print x and run the code. We have got the output. Previously we had used percentage whose to find the type of variable and its value. To find only the data type of a variable, we can use type function. So let us type print type x and find the data type of the variable. And as we have got the data type as Boolean. Likewise, we can give the value for x as false and run the code, and we will get the output as false and class Boolean. So this is as easy as in a single step we will get the type of the variable too. So this is also case sensitive. So if you remove the caps F and type lowercase f, you'll get error because the false and true value should be in caps F and caps T. Now let's see about the next data type, sequence. In sequence we have three different types of data types: the string, list and tuple. First we'll see about string. String stores sequence of characters. Strings can be enclosed within single or double quotes. Now let us type x is equal to behind the logics within double quotes and print x and run the code. You'll get the output. In order to find the data type of a variable and its value, we are using percentage whos, and the type is string. We got the output. Perfect. Now let us move to the next data type in sequence, that is list. List stores values of different data types like integer, string, float, etc. List is mutable, that is, updation is possible. You can add or edit the values in list. Now let us give some values for x and print x and run the code to get the output. And one more thing, list should be within square brackets. To find the type of variable, we are using percentage whos here, and we have got the type as list. This is because we have used square brackets. If you give the same value within the curly braces, you will get the result as set. Now let us see about the next data type in sequence, that is tuple. Tuple stores values of different data types. Tuple is opposite to list, that is, it is immutable. Updation is not possible. You cannot add or edit the existing values. Let us give some value for x and print x and find percentage whos and run the code. Now we got our output and the data type is tuple. So we are giving the same value as we have given in list, but you're getting the output as tuple. That's why. That is because we have used the values within parentheses and not within square brackets. So for list we use square brackets and for tuple we use parentheses. Now let's see about the next data type, set. Set is an unordered collection of the data type. That is, whatever values you're giving for the variable, you will get the output in an unordered manner. It won't be stored in the same order as you typed. Also make note that in set, the values of the variable should be within curly braces. Let us give the value of x as behind the logics and some random number, say 600. Now print x and run the code. Now we got the output, but it is not in the same order, right? So as we told before, set stores the value in an unordered manner. So you can see in the tuple, the value is stored in the same order as you have typed. Now let us use the type function to find the type of the variable. So let us use print type, print type x and run the code. Now we have got the data type as set. Perfect. Now let us see about the last data type, dictionary. So it is an unordered set of key value pairs. It is similar to hash table where each key has a value associated with it. For example, say I'm in a class. In my class, every person has a roll number, right? So my name associated with my roll number, another person's name associated with his roll number, and so on. So here my name is a key and my roll number is my value. So that's for example. Now let us type some key and value for a variable, that is 1 BTL, 2 behind, and 3 the, and 4 logics. So let us print x and run the code. We got the output. Okay, so let us do percentage whos here to find the type of variable. and its value. Yeah, perfect. We have got the type as dictionary. So far, we have seen a simple coding, right, related to variables, data types, and how to find the type of data. So that's all for this video. We will learn about these data types in detail in the upcoming videos. Also, we can see more and more coding in future. If you find this video to be useful, please do subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so that you won't miss any upcoming videos. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. We will see you in the next video.